The angle of depression is formed when an observer looks down at an object. It is the angle formed between the horizontal line, which is straight to the observer's eye, and the line of sight. The angle of depression involves the following terminologies: observer, object, horizontal line, and line of sight. Observer, the person who observes. Object, the object that is being observed by the observer. Horizontal line, a horizontal ray that starts from the observer. And line of sight, this is the line that connects the observer and the object. The angle of depression is the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight. In this figure, the observer is at O and the object is at B. Let OA or line segment OA be the horizontal line and line segment OB be the line of sight. So the angle formed between these two, angle AOB, is the angle of depression. The formula for the angle of depression is the same as basic trigonometric ratios. If any two sides of the right triangle form are known, we can easily find the required angle using the angle of depression. Sin theta equals y over z. In finding the angle, theta equals inverse sine or arc sine y over c. Cosine theta equals x over z, and theta equals arc cosine x over z. Tangent theta equals y over x. Theta equals inverse tangent or arctangent y over c. What is the difference between angle of depression and angle of elevation? The angle of depression and angle of elevation are opposites of each other. In the angle of depression, the object is placed below the observer, while in the case of the angle of elevation, it is placed above the observer. Imagine that you are standing on a football field and are about 1 meter away from the ball. As you look down at the ball, imagine a diagonal line is formed from your eyes to the ball. This line is called your line of sight, or line drawn from the eye of an observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. So the angle that is formed when looking down is called the angle of depression. Now, let's imagine that you are standing on the ground looking up at the second floor of a building. The angle that is formed when looking up is called the angle of elevation. The angle of elevation is the angle formed by a horizontal line and the line of sight up to an object when the image of an object is located above the horizontal line. In a right triangle, the angle of depression is formed at the top of the perpendicular line segment. It is originally at the outside of the triangle, but we use the alternate interior angles theorem to find its alternate angle inside the triangle. Alternate interior angles are congruent. For example, in the image, if an observer is standing at point A, looking down at point C, then the angle of depression A is formed with respect to the horizontal axis AD. But angle DAC is equal to angle ACB by using alternate angles theorem. Alternate angles or alternate interior angles are congruent. Example, if a person standing at the top of the building of height 50 feet is looking at her daughter standing at a distance of 30 feet away from the building, what will be the angle of depression formed? It is given that the height of the building is 50 feet and the distance between the building and the girl is 30 feet. Now, in the given figure, the angle of depression denoted by x degrees, as the angle of depression and angle x are the same, by using alternate interior angles theorem, by using the formula for finding the angle of depression, we get tangent x equals 50 over 30. Eliminate tangent here. X equals arc tangent 50 over 30. Therefore, the angle of depression is inverse tangent 5 over 3, and this is equal to 59.04 degrees. Another example, from a hot air balloon that is flying at a height of 100 feet, the angle of depression of a person on the ground is 30 degrees. Find the length of the rope that is tied from the person on the ground to the balloon. Here, we have written the angle at the person to be 30 degrees by the alternate interior angle theorem. Now apply sine for the triangle. Sine 30 degrees equals 100 over x. To find x, cross multiply. X sine 30 degrees equals 100. One hundred divided by 1/2 equals 200 feet. The length of the rope is equal to 200